Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today we are celebrating the Christmas spirit with an Entropy Zero 2 pacifist run. Why? Because I'm feeling jolly. And this game is the most Christmassy Half-Life thing out there. Surprisingly, this game already includes pacifist challenges in it, except it's not in the entire game, it's just in certain parts of it. So why not do the entire one? Is it possible? Well, let's find out. Everything starts off just fine. It's another day on the civil protection job. People made fun of me because of my tendency to not kill things during missions, as usual, and I was told to go into the vents to clean out some head crabs. Now, the first time I went through, I killed them because I'm an idiot and I guess I see head crabs as non-living things. But I reloaded a save and cleaned them out by leading the head crabs out of the vents and letting the other civil protection dudes take care of them. Then I hear a bunch of my crewmates talking smack and I'm like, nuh-uh, so I bust down the door and yell at them about their mistakes and calling me those horrible, no good, very bad names. Then we just kinda stood there. I tried to scare them into submission, but that wouldn't work either, so yeah, the game basically forces you to kill them. Challenge over, video done. Instead, I kicked them and knocked them out, yeah. Then I was taken away, forced to go through the events of the previous game, which we don't care about right now. Then I wake up as a clone inside of Nova Prospect. Now, the reason why I'm still continuing the challenge, even though I killed 4 people, is because this soldier we were playing as is a clone of the guy previously. A copy of his consciousness, so we are technically not the same person, I think, so we didn't kill anybody? Did we? I don't know, but if you're using that logic, then we already lost the challenge because Aiden Walker killed people in the first game, so whatever. Chapter 1 is where the game actually starts, and that whole thing I just talked about doesn't matter because you are forced to kill one enemy no matter what in the beginning of the game. So let's just say I knocked out this antlion right here.
Don't worry, everybody, he's just sleeping.
Now that the antlion is taken care of, I open the door and make sure not to crush these 2 antlion grubs. Walking forwards, I am forced to listen to some advisor give me a task. Capture Judith Mossman and not kill her. Well, hey, at least they are respecting the challenge. I also brought an empty turret with me. For some reason, I thought it would generate bullets out of nowhere upon the next map, but I was wrong. I find a friend who is pretty helpful and a few turrets. And no, using these turrets do not count as kills. It's even confirmed in challenge mode, so do not go after me in the comments for using them. I ended up bringing every single turret with me while making my way through these sections, because at the end of this chapter, there is both a ton of antlions and a big antlion guard who needs to die to complete the chapter. So the entire time I was blocking the nests and making sure I didn't blow up antlions by accident, I had to drag all of these turrets just to make sure we beat the antlion guard. And guess what? Once I reached the final area, I speed ran destroying all the nest openings, set up all the turrets, laid back, and watched the fire show.
Hey, just because I'm not killing anything doesn't mean I won't enjoy watching.
After it dies, I get escorted out of there, being led to believe that my buddies didn't make it. But trust me, with that setup, they're gonna be just fine. After getting a ride out of there, my carrier gets shot down and I arrive in the middle of an Arbite communications facility. There are a bunch of guns here, but all of them are useless to me as I only have one weapon I'll ever need. My right leg! Trust me. In this game, you are able to kick weapons right out of rebels' hands and detain them. And what do you know? There's a bunch of rebels right here. Most of them have a backup weapon that you will need to kick as well. After that, they are completely harmless and no longer counted as an enemy, unless they pick their gun back up. Which meant I have to either turn their weapons into ammo for myself or throw weapons away and out of their reach. And I had to do that with basically every single person here. I ended up wasting all of my ammo and everything so I could pick up all of their weapons, and slowly but surely I kicked away all of their weapons one by one. Eventually I got an almost perfect run and got all of them unarmed and detained. Perfect! I'm sure the Combine are so proud of me. Heading forwards, I encounter more rebels that I can't reach, so I just ignore them and head into the building. Normally I would get a squad to come with me, but they only come out once you kill all of those rebels up there, so I had to do this mission solo, which meant even more kicking. After doing this for so long, I got impatient and just tried to run past everyone, but then I had to go back, and well, that didn't end too well. So I went back to kicking. Then I found a Combine soldier buddy who came in earlier but didn't notice until now, and he was able to help me take on these rebels who still had weapons while I helped kicking said weapons out of their hands. He defended me while I wasted all the ammo, and we went forwards, detained more people, and met a sniper nest, so I had to sneak around and scare everyone there to stop the sniper and allow my buddy to move in. And we were both able to neutralize all of the rebels. I disabled the rebel trap and saved an old buddy of mine called Scar Zero. He's another shooting buddy, so I'll gladly bring him with me. Now, there is this big ambush that happens when you press a button to open up the path forward, so I prepared by moving my buddies next to the exit and blocking the exit with props? I don't know, man. I think I was preparing for rebels to come in through there, but I forgot they come from the sky. Anyways, I quickly dropped down, quickly detained the rebels inside the exit, and led my buddies inside, skipping the entire fight. Then I am welcomed by some not very nice graffiti, and a certain individual who can't stop talking.
Hello? Why are you guys angry at me? I'm just your friendly neighborhood pacifist.
I don't know what games you are playing, but you need to stop.
Why? Everyone is just fine. I made sure not to hurt anyone. I'm better than that.
What? You think because you didn't kill anyone, we'll all be fine with you?
I mean, yeah, kinda. I certainly don't deserve this.
What? You must be joking.
Nah, I'm not joking.
You think capturing us is better? You know what they do with us.
What? What do I know? Oh.
Claiming you're better than that. You'd rather turn people into stalkers, really?
I mean,
I bet you think you're so wonderful. Thinking that capturing us is pacifism? Shame on you. If you were actually a good person, you would turn back right now and leave. I know you won't though. You cycloptic bastard.
Anyways, I head forwards and meet an old clone of myself who very much isn't a pacifist, so screw this guy. Then I meet blue zombies, whoa! Then while trying to turn the power back on, all my Combine buddies get murdered by the clone. I head out to investigate and meet him once again.
Uh-oh.
So, after breaking my legs, I find out I'm in an old portal testing facility, and here I find a new friend called Wilson, who I must bring to the end of the game, mostly because of a certain weapon I'll need. I don't need to talk about most of this chapter since it's mostly puzzle solving and genome, I'm just gonna call it genome. Genome avoiding. I make it to a room which has a turret girlfriend for good old Wilson here, and a really cool gun that I unfortunately can't use. Then I find out Wilson's girlfriend has some pretty good ballistics. I have to go through some tunnels with a bunch of zombies so I can open a door to continue, but I had to be careful and jump over the zombies because running into them would kill them. I tried leading them into a grinder, but that didn't work, so after a few attempts of just dodging everyone, I got past, ran back over to Wilson and his girlfriend, grabbed some ammo, load into the revolver to feel cool, and continue into the testing chamber where you need to fight the genome. Now, this thing has to die in order to continue, which normally would make me fail the challenge, but thankfully the game was nice enough to give me that turret earlier, because it has infinite ammo. All I needed to do was to make sure I kept her by my side as she took care of everything for me, and eventually she was able to take down the genome all by herself, thankfully saving the run for all of us. Next up Wilson, maybe if it's Wilson, you gotta move, man. Okay, how about, can you please? Next up, we find the most important item in the game, Zen grenades. When thrown, they create a portal to, can you guess? That's right, Zen! It sucks everything around it and in return, teleports Zen creatures and resources for you. Doesn't sound that useful until you realize it can teleport enemies into Zen, which means that technically you don't kill them. Yeah, sure, they might be stuck dying in Zen with no protective gear or knowledge about that place, but who cares? As long as another creature kills them, that's par for the course. And just in case you are ready to complain in the comments, the kill counter does not count these as kills. Checkmate, YouTube complainer. Of course, I still brought Wilson and his girlfriend with me, though, because, I mean, she still kills things for me. And Wilson will unlock closets which contain Zen grenades later on in the game. After taking the elevator up out of the portal facility, we meet some rebels, and honestly, I didn't feel like kicking the guns out of their hands, so I just had Wilson's girlfriend take care of all of them. Then I finally meet with the squad again. They pressured me to stop messing around in the testing facility and to catch Mossman as soon as I can. I go,
"You got it, boss!"
and went out to get a brand new pet and a brand new APC just for me, and I love this thing.
Dude, this car kicks ass, and I can watch Gorgeous Freeman while I'm driving.
But sadly, this meant I had to choose between my pal Wilson and his girlfriend we didn't even bother to name. And it was a hard choice, but I went with my bro Wilson. I just couldn't leave him like that. Also, I think the Zen grenades are more important, but don't tell him that. Actually, starting the chapter now, of course we fight a ton of rebels as soon as we get on the road. But thankfully, we don't need to go in there and kick every single gun out of their hands because we have Zen grenades, which spawned a couple of creatures to help me and got rid of some of the rebels. A few more grenades and good kicks later, I was able to enter and open the gate to continue. Thankfully, my pet was there to distract them and valiantly sacrificed himself for me, which I will always appreciate for the rest of my times. Totally. Next up, I find another small outpost with another gate blocking the way. I slowly but surely took care of all the rebels inside with swift kicks and Zen grenades, even taking out a whole buggy. Then I went up, activated the power, opened the gate, and used Wilson to get more Zen grenades. Down the road, I carefully drove past some bull squids and met yet another gate, where I also meet a pit drone. Thankfully, I can just ignore him and jump over to the other side. Then we continue forth. I meet a couple of bull squids on a bridge that really wanted to get ran over, but after a few accidental murders, I was able to pass by them and get inside the monitoring station for Arbite 2. Once getting inside, Wilson makes me murder a head crab, and I go around activating 3 switches to power the gate blocking my way. Oh my god, they love blocking my way with gates. I do the first 2 easily because there's basically no enemies, but this one right here has a lot. And some weird time manipulation thingies. Something to do with the Borealis, alright? Don't question it. Thankfully, with just a few Zen grenades, luck, and luring people into those weird time travel thingies, I was able to activate the last switch. Then I watched a cool light show, and I was finally able to continue my mission to...
Find Mossman. Yeah. Wow, I almost forgot about that. I'm too busy opening gates!
Yet again, we are blocked by another gate, and I need to find the button for it, so I head outside to look and get ambushed by a bunch of rebels with crossbows. They all must be taken care of before the door would open for me, so I threw a Zen grenade up there and managed to get 3 of them out of here. Then I ran up and kicked the weapons out of the last one that got away. But then I was just standing there for like 30 minutes without the door unlocking. I had no idea what's going on, but I had a theory. I boosted myself up onto the roof to see, and I saw it. Lo and behold, there is a guy hiding up in the mountains for some godforsaken reason. I guess he's just so afraid of my pacifism. He's not safe up there, though. After detaining the last rebel, I open the door and make my way back to open the door for the car. But then, I need to fight some weird temporal anomaly head crab thing. It needs to die or else I cannot continue forwards. But then I thought, maybe a Zen grenade will do the trick. And surprisingly, it worked. I then went down an elevator and encountered a zombie gaunt. Whoa. Don't worry though, Zen grenades take care of them easily. Going forth, I encountered a room full of zombie gaunts and weird time warping things. I had to quickly run past everything while being careful to not accidentally crush any head crabs or die. After all of that, all I need to do is enter a Wilson cache and pick up some more Zen grenades. Problem is there's tons of zombie guns after me, but there's also normal people inside the cache too, so when I opened it, I just quickly ran in, looted everything, and made it out of there while they all fought each other. But of course, while reaching my car, they just had to throw one last hurl at me, that being a bunch of Vortigons, but thankfully Zen grenades worked on them too, and I ended up making them fight with their own zombie counterparts. And now we are finally back on the road again. This time, we need to avoid a ton of rebels that are set up on the roads. And for some reason, they stand in front of the goddamn car too, so I have to carefully drive around what should be a super cool action-packed scene, while avoiding all of the aliens and idiots in the way. I had to dodge a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups of enemies in total, before the engine got fried by my dumbass clone. Then I finally make it to what I think is the best part of the game, the Cave Johnson log cabin. There are a ton of rebels that will attack us soon, so the Combine delivered 3 buddies for me. I brought them inside, crossing my fingers that they will be able to hold down the fort for me, and the only thing I could do is throw some grenades and kick people. First attempt ended horribly because the rebels sneaked in from behind and annihilated me. The second attempt was pretty good, although I accidentally made one of my buddies disappear, which was likely the reason why I got overwhelmed and killed again. On the third try, I decided to play some Christmas music for good luck. You know, use the Christmas spirit to my advantage.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, have a jolly New Year too!
After a bit of fighting, the Combine starts shelling the place, and that's enough to get the rebels off our backs. After falling down a hole, I find myself in the Zenitarium. Or Zenitarium. I don't care, okay? Listen, I think that's what you call it. With a ton of Zen creatures everywhere guarding power switches for a minecart to get out of here. It wasn't too hard, there were some turrets that helped me and I got to the power switches, ran from some genomes and rode out of there. After stopping the cart, I find out Wilson has a head crab stuck on him. I couldn't get it off without killing it. But then I remembered Zen grenades existed, so he's fine, guys, he's fine. Then I kick out a boulder and get murdered by Wilson. After that, I get on a lift and go up to the next chapter.
This side is where we think it is, and it should be no more than...
Hi!
We finally break in to capture Mossman and she runs off like a wuss. But thanks to my buddies, Zen grenades, kicks, and another hunter, we are easily able to break through the defenses. I then get stopped by my clone yet again, so he can bitch at me some more before letting me continue. We make it outside and encounter a ton of hacked Combine robots, but I was able to blow up the way out without killing any of them. A few kicks later, I make it to a transport station for Wilson and save a bunch of my buddies from rebels. Heading forwards, I threw a couple of Zen grenades to cause maximum chaos as my team ran in and took care of everyone for me. I lost a couple of them in this hallway right here, but I was able to lead them forwards and I forgot about that one, ooh. On the top, there were a bunch of rebels with shotguns that would keep killing me and my squad, but thankfully a well-timed Zen grenade did the trick. Now at this part, they made you think that you have to shoot the rebels inside the building, but actually you just need to wait for the Combine to take it over. Unfortunately, this guy did not know that. After they take it over, a rebel blows up this wall and I'm able to jump in and neutralize her before continuing and meeting Wilson again. A few turrets are knocked over and I take care of a group of rebels, then I meet up with my team, who, of course, managed to lose Mossman. Now I head into another building to somehow find Mossman. I meet some more rebels, disable them, and accidentally trap this dude in another map. I tried to make him come with me to enjoy the ride, but he really did not want to go. Now entering a mining area, I find a bunch of rebels down here. Guys, I think Mossman might be hiding here. After a kick here and a kick there, I reach an area with some mine. I had to act quickly because of some of the bunny hopping guys outside that I just couldn't reach before. I then quickly neutralize a guy jumping down a ladder, then he ran off. I totally tried to warn him, but he didn't listen and ended up killing himself. Then I carefully traversed a minefield and found Judith Mossman's hiding place. We break in and they sadly get one of my boys. We take care of him and start the great chase for Mossman. The Zen grenades and my right leg were very handy here, especially for the people manning the turret. My squad took care of all of the Zen creatures and we continued deeper into the facility to corner Mossman and finally get that bitch. But we first had to fight off a ton of rebels defending the area. Thankfully, my squad performed very well and was able to carry me through this entire part. Then we got to the last gate, the final gate between me and Mossman. They weren't gonna give her up without a fight, and thankfully I have 2 more soldiers on my side, here to help. With a few Zen grenades and my team, nobody stood a chance. They even tried using the fabled Zen grenades against us, and that didn't even work. We all made one big final stand and took care of everyone. Unfortunately, we lost 2 of my squad, but we pulled through. We head deeper looking for Mossman, and...
Oh no. No, don't! Damn it! Shit! Listen, radio guy, I'm sorry for causing this. I'll make it up to you. Somehow. Goodbye.
And we finally did it. We cornered them. We just need to get in there. I sneak in, blow open the doors, and whoops! Damn it, why do those two have to stand right behind that door? Okay, this seems bad, but I have an idea. When you throw a Zen grenade, it makes a portal, duh. But that portal that spawns in can clip through walls, I'm pretty sure. So I threw two of them down next to the door and blew it open to see if my theory worked, and it did. Well, it 50% worked. Only one was dead. After a few attempts and a perfectly timed slam detonation which didn't kill any of the aliens spawning in, I saw no ragdolls of the two. And just in case you don't believe me, I used NoClip to show that the portal can indeed teleport these two people out of there. After I did that, I threw one Zen grenade for good measure and neutralized the rest of them. Then, this guy somehow died. I have no idea how, but I think it has something to do with that metal shelf.
And there she is. Finally, after so long. Shit. Well, time to run.
Well, after running away from my annoying clone, we have Mossman now, but it turns out we have one more mission, and that's to take care of my clone. So back into the vault I go! There's only one more enemy stopping me from getting to the next chapter, and it's this dude. I used Wilson as a shield, and well, after I closed the door, I think the Combine got him. How sad. After inhaling decontamination gas, I continue forwards with my buddy Wilson right by my side. I meet my clone again and he yaps at me before messing with something and leaving. I had to use Wilson as a shield for my clone's manhacks. Then, while taking care of turrets and minefields, I kept getting sent to some weird Borealis pocket dimension or something. I don't know, man. I see my clone do something. I don't know, man. And I'm transported back to reality. Then I come face to face with my clone. Now, I had to fight him, but I knew he'd survive me fighting him, so I finally got to let out some of my bloodlust with my good old revolver. Then I light him on fire, and I see him walk away like a little baby. Aww. He also hurt my damn friend Wilson, that monster. Now I enter the final arena with the rebels. I easily take care of the ones coming down with my good old Zen grenades, and I meet my buddy Scar Zero again. Turns out he didn't get murdered all the way back in the beginning, and he's here to help me beat this once and for all. When it first started off, I stood behind and held up a turret so it could kill as many people as it could before it ran out of ammo. Then I hit up here with Scar Zero while throwing Zen grenades down when things got real dicey. And soon enough, the rest of my squad came in, and we were safe. I saluted everyone that helped me over here and continued on with my dead, very much dead, Wilson. Don't worry, guys, I uploaded him. And finally, we are here in front of the big Borealis. Wow, look at that thing! Anyways, there is my clone, right there.
Let me out.
Now, because I can't kill anyone, you guys think I'll just submit to this guy, right? Well, no! I used a Zen grenade on the thing and it teleported a few Vortigons here, and they started attacking him. I threw down a couple, more Vortigons came, and I just stood back and watched as that asshole got electrocuted into a dead blob. I head over and thank the Vortigons, kick this bitch off into the depths, and, well, destroy the Borealis? I don't know what to do now.
Yeah. No shit. Well, here goes nothing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content like this. I make these videos all by myself, and I'd really appreciate it as it helps my channel a lot. And, if you want, support me on Patreon where you can get exclusive sneak peeks and behind-the-scenes videos for uploads like these. Want to see how I animated this? Go ahead and subscribe. I'd like to thank my special Patreon supporters, Ottobo, The Boxman, Patty D, and Pile8422. Now, if you would excuse me, I need to go find some way out of here. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!